broken bigger, the crimes of victim never show. Mysteries rise and truth unfolding. Ready, set, it's time to go. We say it's time to go. Whistling clues, battering news, makes the story solving the lies. In this kitchen, secrets are broken with a spark in our eyes. In the broken baker's kitchen, the secrets crumble like sunrise. We'll sift through clues to find the moves with a spark in our eyes. The broken arrives. Broken arrives. Welcome to the broken baker. Get ready. Let's go.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
The most important people in this case that everybody seems to have forgotten in this room is the jury. So we're going to take a 15-minute break and both sides take a pregnant pause and think about the jury.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, what if any you might be. And welcome back to Boone. Sarah Boone. Sadly, we weren't allowed to see her pretty face that much yesterday, and it has now been delayed for next week. But that's good for us, because remember, last week we had the Quentin Nixon case that got delayed till tomorrow at 1 p.m., if no further delays are in that case. So we can jump on that tomorrow. That should probably only be tomorrow. Thursday, I'm thinking we're having a party. It's my girl Sarah's 47th birthday. She's 20 years older than me, but you can't tell that when she's standing there in her short shorts, no bra, little hungover, but still lovely. I might need to make a birthday song or something for her. I don't know. Make her a birthday cake, drink my lord, something in her honor. Good morning, genitals. Good morning, genitals. How you doing? And Dave. Look at all the normal people here. Yeah, weird they hang out with me. It's always time for a pregnant pause. Sarah Boone will have a pregnant pause roughly a week after she's released and we get together. What the duckling? How you doing? Sunny, hot New Mexico. It's wet and cold in Denmark today. And my brother just called me. Well, he didn't call me. He texted me 2 hours ago. You're supposed to get the dog on Thursday. Can I come today? So I think I'm dog sitting from sometimes tonight. I don't know. My day has been fine. I have been at the gym, and if you can see, my package pile has diminished quite a lot. I was at the post office this morning. I finally figured out how to do the customs declarations. I hope I did it the right way. So I spent all morning writing up addresses for the giveaway gifts. I have 2 left. One of them is because of a mistake. Salty Dog 78 had sent me that person's address, but someone else had also sent me an email and said, "Hey buddy, I won that Salt Dog gift, but I live in Indonesia. Can you send me money instead?" And I went, "No, I'm going to send you the package. It's no problem. I shipped something to Marissa in Australia. We'll figure it out. But I won't. No matter what you ever hear, if I ever give anything monetary away, it will be like an Amazon gift card. I will never ever tell anyone, hey, give me your PayPal and I will transfer $50 to you. Because ever since Jamie has said, could you just give me your PayPal? Money disappears. I don't know why. But I would never ever enter any kind of transactions with anyone, especially from Indonesia, because there's a lot of scammers in that part of the world. But again, they were writing like, "Hey, buddy, it's so great stream," and I hadn't seen that Salty Dog had sent me the message also on the Discord. So I've been sitting here thinking, "Hey, Salty Dog, I'm going to ship this to Indonesia. Please give me your address." And we had been in communication like 5 days in a row, and nothing had happened. So that's why it's taken me a little bit of time to ship out the gift from the last giveaway. As you can see, I still have another package, and that's because Terran Dusty, I still haven't gotten your address. I've given you my email a couple of times, still have no address for you. It's a coloring book and a storybook about Nordic mythology that you won in the giveaway. Please, 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 if you're here, if you can hear me, try reaching out. If you can't get the email to work, if you're on the Discord, if you're on the Twitter, please, so I can ship those books to you. That's because it would be a shame. Because I know you said, was it your grandkid who was very interested in Nordic mythology? So I really hope that, because then what all of it from the last 2 giveaways will be out my house. I finally got everything figured out, I hope. So according to the post office, you should have, those of you who won, which would be Kilo Charlie Tango, who won the cup, the members cup. Blazy, who got a bag of these. Terran Dusty won't be getting it because I still need that address. Bag A, Red Yumi, Bag C, Panilla, Lola Blue, who got the Legos, Salty Dog. We had a little one. She finally alerted me that her address, I punched in something wrong. I'll do it tomorrow, get it to the post office tomorrow. And Renee got Bag E. It says 5 to 6 days. It's government owned. Let's give it at least 14 days. But if you get it and you're on the Discord, please put up, "Hola, I just got this in the mail." If you're on the Twits, just to advertise a little bit that I'm a nice guy who gives stuff away. December's coming up. I just saw that Lego makes, I can pull that up, because I thought maybe we need another giveaway. And we will be getting to Sarah Boone. Don't you worry. I'm just grifting. Jamie has told me I need to grift more. If I can get these in my town, or maybe if I can go to the big town. Come on. I'm thinking these are kind of cute. I don't know if a grown man can say cute, but I did that. You have Santa's truck. I thought that could be a fun little giveaway. And no, Dave, I'm not buying you the Millennium Falcon. And where's the other one? They also have gingerbread men to decorate your tree with. So maybe if I can get a few of those packages, and that's why I'm hoping people will give me a feedback on how long it takes for stuff to ship to them, because then maybe I can ship it. We can do a giveaway and ship it before we get to Christmas, so you can get it out there. Can you get a dozen croissants? I tried to make croissants at home once. They didn't come out right. Hey, Salty Dog, thank you for reminding me that I was being scammed by an Indonesian. As I say every time people ask me a four-legged one, I don't know what. In Denmark, we call it a little carpet pier. It's that size. I don't see a Discord link in the description. It's because it's in the members only section on the YouTubes. I don't have it in my description because it's free for everyone to be on the Discord. But just to kind of make sure that the people who come in on the server are people who know us and have been here. People might ask you, because if you are named Skytroop on YouTube and on Discord you are, I don't know, Mjolnir 2525, someone might ask you, hey, what do you call yourself on YouTube? Just so we know we're not letting some kind of weird people in, because again, someone tried to scam me out of, and I don't know how much the candy's worth, like 20-30 bucks or something like that. It cost me more to ship, roughly the same to ship them as the package is worth. It's more of a thank you for hanging around listening to my stupidity than it's anything worth anything. But why try to scam me out of 20 bucks? Well, when I don't have a lot of trials and I don't feel like I'm always running behind, then I'm probably gonna, I don't know, the last 2 months I've felt like I'm always a day behind. Taryn, I have just received your DM. Thank you so much. I will try and get that out for you tomorrow. A new emoji for what? There's no weird people on the internet. No. Everyone is a 6-foot blonde girl with perfect titlets and who loves me. If I just send her my email, my credit card. But that's the grifting of today. And magically, now these 2 packages will go out again tomorrow. Then I will have to go out looking. We have 3 toy stores in my town, so I'll go out and look for some Lego. We'll do a giveaway at some point. If so, it has a chance to reach you before Christmas. I think that could be good. Let me at those scammers that are trying to scam you. Yeah, well, it's so annoying. But so far, I haven't had one of those that really was big, like a year ago, 2 years ago, where they contacted us content creators and said, hey, we really want to do an advertise with you, do something like this, and then you had to pull a link. And apparently I don't get advertising. Would you advertise this? But when they hit it, because most people get their business inquiries on the same email that's linked to your YouTube, when you hit that link, they just took over your YouTube channel. And some pretty big channels got taken over by that. Channels that had millions of subscribers. So you're constantly sitting here and thinking, is this a real person? Probably, maybe. Is she really 6-foot blonde with D cups and loves me? There's a lot of them out there. But how is giving back to your subscribers grifting? It's grifting because I ask my subscribers to say, hey, look, the Chopster sent me something. Maybe take a picture and then I can put it in the members chat. So I'm grifting off of what a good guy I am. But that's a grift. It's more, everything's a grift on the YouTubes. At least that's what everyone says. So instead of this, oh, I'm not a grifter, I'm a very moral and very, just lean into it and say, sure, I'm grifting. There are women that would stand 2 hours in line to be in your presence. They should have shown up when we were in Tennessee. Hopefully, if we do another Tennessee, more people will show up. Then we can do the corner booth. Well, now I'm Now I'm not sure I'm going to send it because that's not the address you sent me earlier. Oh. Well, it's also a little bit of the anti-grift because everyone is always grifting you viewers for something. And I do it too. I sometimes when I remember to do it, I put up on Buy Me a Coffee, I need a new keyboard, and sometimes someone has been very generous and sponsored very expensive gifts for me there. Thank you so much, K Squared. You have been more than generous. But I think sometimes some creators forget that without all of you, there would be none of us. And that's why I kind of, and maybe it's just another grift to be the anti-grift and saying, for you, thank you. So, and I like it. I think it's fun to do those little streams where we do nothing and just, if I spend $100, $200 and send something back to you, maybe I get a good bit of karma. Maybe I just hit the lucky number, and someone whose kid is really into Nordic mythology is lucky enough to win a book about Nordic mythology. Maybe when you just have one of those annoying days, a package of candy shows up, and you can try that, and you can hate me for all the licorice I put in there. I'm not a very spiritual man, but I have a belief that you should try and be better to other people. And you can call it karma or goodwill or whatever you try to sow. But I think if you're trying to be better to other people, someone will be better to you as well. Or at least that person will have a better day. And that's my way of trying to be a good person. I'm not in so many other ways. I've stepped on a lot of toes in my life. I can teach you to grift in my grift special for only $500 a lesson. Iris, I love you too. I need to travel all over the States, not just to go to Tennessee. Well, the next grift will be to pay for my trip all over USA then, because it's a little. That'll be like $3,000 if I had to rent a car and drive all over, sleep in hotels. Hey, Grumpy. Thank you so much. Well, we've been waiting for you, MBM, so we haven't started. I have just been sitting here. What am I yammering about? Zach, you know you're not allowed on this channel, and I won't acknowledge you. You know that. That's the rules. Well, you get a lot of that in this package. There's nothing about making a living at doing something you enjoy and sharing with others. You're upfront and honest. Well, I'm not better than anyone else, and I'm not worse than anyone else. It's just the grift is the grift. And as I say, I have YouTube money. I'm not YouTube rich. And until it's going to ruin my personal economy because taxes is going to go crazy, I could spend a little money of what I have earned and give it back to you. I can only buy so much lighting. But let's get into Sarah Boone. Not all of this chit chat. Sounds like Jamie when she has her Beauty on a Budget streams. Tomorrow at noon, Beauty on a Budget with Jamie. Jamie is working today, so she will again be delayed if she ever shows up. Yes, if you have a premium membership, and that's why YouTube, I don't know how many ads if you don't have, I don't have premium. I have set my ads to only play in the beginning when you enter the stream. I don't make 1,000 views like I had yesterday, makes me $5. It's before taxes. But if you have premium, I get more than I would have gotten if you just put ads on it. And maybe some of you have noticed at some periods they really crank up the ads on every channel, and that's because they want to sell the premium membership. I love the premium membership. I hate the ads, but I also have to recognize that they need to get fed as well. And That's the deal. So I don't know if they try to make. They never said to any of us try to pimp it or anything. But yes, I get more money if you're a premium member. Hey, Olyanka. Am I still in love with Sarah? How could I not be? Hey, Chloe. Wednesday is all day tomorrow. And Luna. Finally, Luna's here. Now we can get started. Some other people have it so an ad shows up every couple minutes. I can't handle. Well, again, other people will say I'm stupid for just letting YouTube earn money on me, because I could do this where I just sit and hit a button and put it. Oh, that put in a long ad. Sorry. I could just put in ads all the time. I would make maybe $2 more a stream, but it'll cost me how many views? I don't complain. I am a lucky fish. Not only because of all of you, but also because look at that face. Let's hear what she said yesterday.
Do you understand that if we were to proceed to trial in this matter, and if you were found guilty, the lowest permissible sentence that the court could levy in this case would be 22.5 years in the Department of Corrections? Do you understand that? Do you understand the state's offer to resolve this case? Okay.
Well, Tim, that's because you just have to tire her out. Give her a good 30 seconds and she will keep quiet for at least a minute.
15 years to a lesser included charge of manslaughter, with the understanding that she would serve 85% of that sentence.
That's up to the department and her behavior, but that is my understanding of the section.
Ma'am, understanding the state's offer, do you wish to accept or...
If you listen to the way her lawyer just asked that question, he is so peed off she didn't take that plea deal. 15 years with 85% served. That's 12.75 years. She has done 4 point, how much is it, Jedi Jess? 4.2 years, 4.3 years. She would be out in 8 years, and he wouldn't have to embarrass himself in a courtroom if she had just said yes. I bet you that's why he yelled at her Saturday. Thank you, Iris, for a $2 like, because that's the rule on YouTube. I get $2 for every like, according to someone. I still am waiting for that check. I still can't stop laughing that her street clothes is nearly identical to her gel scrubs. No, she looks just like she has done in every other one. Her lawyer's like, can I make sure I clarify what that means? Yeah. She's so delusional thinking she can beat that deal with that video of her. Yes. And with the motions or with the excerpt of her expert testimony, or not her expert testimony, but the expert's testimony about her yesterday, she's going to lose. 4 going on 5 years, so she would be out at maximum 8 years. 8 years. Hello, Michelle. Everyone keeps talking about an attorney yelling at her. Did that happen on a stream or something? No, Dave. Saturday, there was a notation in the inmate notes that the warden had walked past out in the hall and heard loud noises. She then asked another warden what's happening, and it's from the room where she is seated with her attorney. They then enter the room and ask what's going on, and he's Mr. Owen says, "I'm sorry, it was me yelling." We don't know why. We just know there's a prison inmate note saying that he was yelling at her in a conference room. Yes, she does belong in prison. This was yesterday, yes. Of course they are, because this is going to be 3 weeks of cases. It's going to cost them a couple of $1 million to They could just give her 15 years. She's out her hair. Most plea deals, even with bad people, are made because they don't want to go through a trial. She should.
Reject the state's offer to resolve this case.
Reject.
Oh man, she rejected that offer. That's 8. You heard that it was 15, but she would serve 8. And
when you do the legal analysis, I think the best she can hope for from the jury is a manslaughter. They define it as follows. All they have to do is prove that she committed an act, not in self-defense, that caused death. That's it. All they have to do is hit the play button and show the jury that video of him struggling for breath in that suitcase. And they've basically proven of manslaughter beyond a reasonable doubt. So what does that get her? The 15 years that they're offering now. Homegirl needs to take the deal and shut up and go do her time.
I couldn't agree more. Homegirl needs to shut up, take the deal, and go do her time. Homegirl. Said by a man with a very, very soft skin. Homegirl. But no, that was... I'm not sharing audio, so it doesn't matter. That was yesterday. She said no thank you to a 15-year manslaughter deal with time served, which would have given her 8 years roughly, if we are going by 85% serve. She would have been out as a 55-year-old woman. She could still get drunk on Chardonnay and beat up a new boyfriend. She wouldn't even have strength enough to beat him with a bat. But Sarah's gonna roll the dice, so she's not gonna get less than the 15 years. Because that's the lesser included of manslaughter. Manslaughter is... She admitted to manslaughter. With malice, well, listen to the videos where she is saying, "That's what you get, but you choke me." I try to. Tom Gillis has been there. He has corrupted her. That guy does not have the street cred to pull off a homegirl job. I have, as a former gang member. She has turned the other way. She wants to stay with her other homegirls. You're out of luck. Yeah, that Pena lady, apparently they're very close. No. Actually, some streamers think she has a chance because it's self-defense. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why ain't nothing but a suitcase. Wow, 8 years is a gift. Could be 5 years. She's an idiot. If she goes forward, 25 years minimum. 22.5 years minimum is what the score sheet says. She believes not intentional is a defense. I'm sure. Remember, she's very corpus mentis. So I really think, and that's why he had been yelling at her in my mind. She thinks, I can talk my way out of this. I can bully the jury into believing me. Max life. Life is the max. Can you do your Cartman voice of South Park again? I don't have a Cartman voice, do I? I never tried to do a Cartman voice. Not intentionally. Not intentionally. Farm Sim. I have a friend who plays a lot of Farm Simulator. Never understood why you play Farm Simulator. Why don't you just buy a farm? But I play Football Manager. Why don't I just buy a football club? They are expensive. But thank you so much, Farm Sim. I am a homebody. Remember, I used to be in a gang. her cross is going to be fire if she takes a set. Yeah, especially if she goes up there and say, well, he was using me as a piñata all day. Well, turn to... Well, I don't think... We pulled the stream yesterday, and 3% out of roughly 100 people... Was it 158? No, 58 people. 3% out of 58 people, which would be 1.5 of the people watching, said it helped her to play the Jorge video. I'm pretty sure when people see that in court, they're going to find her guilty. You play Farm Simulator and you live on a farm. Just go outside. Yeah, that she could try and filibuster her way out of it. Hey, Jatsia. She is bonkers. But let's get back to even more bonkers, because yesterday we read roughly a year's worth of communication from Sarah to the judge. There's more. Honorable Judge Wayne C. Wooten, please see the included letter I received from my investigator communicating with me to provide an update on why we have been unable to meet since our last uneventful meeting with my attorney, Frank Bankowitz, on May 18th, 2023. My investigator also has not been able to make contact in attempts to move forward and produce very much needed and overdue progress in my case. It's so funny that she's always begging for progress in her case. And as soon as she got progress, she started to stall. I, as Mr. Bankowitz's client, cannot communicate with him via phone due to him still not activating one of two numbers he's given that do not work. And he keeps giving me different reasons why each time I ask to keep trying. This has been ongoing for 13 months and counting. By not activating, he is actively hindering progress, compiling even greater amounts of carryover and, in the meantime, information for review. When if we do eventually meet in person, last time to date was 77 days. Prior to that, 98 days and 147 days prior to that date. With the aforementioned being said, Judge Wayne C. Wooten, would you please be gracious enough to communicate with Mr. Bankowitz to supply the requested simple information my investigators need, considering the number of days, weeks in between our meetings with him, and we can be working in the meantime. I don't know why she's quotationing everything. Until he's able to visit with me, his client of over a year now, adding to the soon-to-be 4 years I have been here already. Please see previous letter regarding all of my attorneys. My innumerable attempts have been completely unsuccessful in any form of communication with Mr. Bankowitz, via phone, letters, email, and voicemail, attempted by an outside source. What else can I do, Your Honor? It seems my only hope is Obi-Wan Kenobi, because Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. It seems my only hope is for a court date, which I am included in, where my attorney's attendance is mandatory and I can vie for his attention during the minutes beforehand while in the courtroom. I'm sure all the allowed live cameras could provide footage of me doing so every time. I don't want to waste any more time and catch up in the courtroom. It's unfair and ridiculous. When can we have a real meeting? Please enable progress, Judge Wayne C. Wooten, not hinder. Justice system means we have to work together. I've got the whole world incorrectly against me already. As stated by my investigator, we are at a loss without communication in any form with Mr. Bankowitz. I don't know why I want to make it miss. Thank you for your invaluable time. I am grateful for your ethical awareness, fairness, understanding, and perspective. Activate the inactivity. Please, again, thank you. Actively seeking success in everything. Sarah Boone. Prison Break Investigations. Sarah, I have received your letter. I have made multiple attempts to contact your attorney, Mr. Bankowitz, since our meeting, but unfortunately, I have been unsuccessful. I'm not sure what is causing the issue. On May 22nd, I sent him an email requesting him to contact the jail so that I can have access to visit you and proceed with the mitigation progress in person. Additionally, I sent 2 text messages to his phone on June 1st and again on June 6th, but received no response. Without a letter from the attorney sent to the jail, I am unable to visit you in person at the jail. I am at loss until I can reestablish contact with Mr. Bankowitz. If you wish, you can write to me, and I will send a letter as soon as I'm able to get in touch with him again. So, that's from August 2023, where she still couldn't get a hold of Mr. Bankowitz. Now we're at August 26th. Remember how much she said, thank you for your ethical and responsible way. Just remember that. It's still hilarious that she was assigned attorney Cashman because she was known as the client bee whisperer, and it was a total fail. Yeah, she lasted less than most of her attorneys. It's all of this is from 2023. I'll remember to tell you when we switch. I'm sorry. Why is jury selections delayed? By the way, anyone to fill in? Because of wind. They are supposed to be hit by a storm hurricane tomorrow. A Cat 5, I think they have upgraded to. So Milton has come between us and Sarah's freedom. Hey, my pal Sal Vintage. I think Billy Lane is who she was making googly eyes, fish face, and impish moves to in court. Nonya, don't you put that on me. Don't you dare claim Sarah wasn't sending her googly fish eyes to me. I know she was looking at me. She was staring into my soul saying, Baker, I'll heat your Dr. Pepper for you. Maybe she was looking in the direction of the investigator because technically he was sitting in that direction, but she was looking at me. Don't ruin my chances. So her investigators, I mean, I guess that is part of the defense attorney, right? My thing is we can only imagine what on God's green earth Sarah is requesting these investigators to find. Apparently all of her former neighbors, and some of them they have been able to find, but not all of them. But she really wants them to testify. Everyone who has given an affidavit on what happened at the house says, yeah, they were known for being drunk and fighting all the time. So I don't know how much that's going to help. No, well, they're beginning to talk a little, but it's Florida. Doesn't make the news. Googly fish eyes. Yeah. Well, even God himself is punishing her. Hey, Rich. She really thinks she's getting off and walking away from any responsibility for her horrible act. Unbelievable. She just needs that magic word. Like Daryl Brooks was looking for that magic word. Yeah, cock blocked by a hurricane. I have always and will always use kumquat. Because there's no sane person who would ever use kumquat in any sentence without it being a safe word. August 26th. Judge Wooten, how do you feel about your attorney withdrawing? Doing an attempted video visit by a misrepresented, shifty reporter. This is how I was made aware of my attorney, Frank J. Bankowitz, cowardly and for the second time trying to ungracefully bow out of my case. Mr. Matt Johnson, please honor the integrity and ethics of a real reporter. Can someone look him up if he is a real reporter? And not camouflage yourself as my friend in order to push your way through the rules and regulation of the correctional facility. Professional is also an option when scheduling, but clearly does not pertain to you. Just don't schedule all, as I have nothing to report to you or court TV altogether. You are not even a real news channel and only add to the confusion and hysterics wrongfully, illegally, and inappropriately concorded in my case. Do not contact. From my perspective, am I surprised my attorney is trying yet again to give up completely? No. Is it a blessing? Yes. Let's be honest. Frank J. Bankowitz is a dud of an attorney. He's unprofessional, hides, lies, and is disrespectful. I had a feeling when other attorneys spoke about him, winced, sighed, or rolled eyes, saying they have some of his clients. And after finding his 3 public reprimands I announced to the court, and which he said pissed him off, being the reason for his first attempted withdrawal. This was going to be an adventure, but nonetheless hoped for the best. Unfortunately, I seem to have gotten the worst. Thankfully, there are many other professional and scrupulous, vigilant attorneys still available. And hopefully, after all my previous letters and 6 withdrawals to date, not by my choice, Judge Wooten, you will remove the blindfold this time when throwing your darts of justice at the remember everyone has constitutional rights and shall be treated fairly dartboard, and you wear glasses, so let's go for the bull's eye. Please, thank you in advance for hopefully carrying this time. Also, if you are insistent on continue to be my judge, as revolution is supposed to be every 2 years, I'm ongoing 4 now. And you've stated to me in your courtroom previously, I have not because I ask not. May you please observe and act independently as a judge and utilize your judicial authority to judicially maintain forward direction of proper, lawful, ethical treatment and respect of the clients in any case. Effective communication between all parties, especially the client and attorney, is being made. Productive regular progress is being achieved, and all-around fairness of and in every aspect is constant. Aren't you tired of getting my letters always asking about the same questions, concerns, and draft information? Please do not ignore and avoid what I have to say any longer, as I'm sure the taxpayers are unapproving of their tax dollars, mine too, you don't pay taxes, being wasted for all my attorneys. You keep blundering. It took almost 14 months before my I told you so moment with Bankowitz and all my other attorneys, 42 months total. Please also see finally the absolute unfairness, fabrications, impediments, illegalities, and dysfunctions ongoing in my case, and how truly unmistakably ransacked by the justice system and perverted by the whole world my entire case has been and become. Add yourself also to the mayhem, hype, and added difficulties. I have an unfair opportunity in everything with all the predisposed, non-permissive, illegally distributed, case-altering, sensitive information and details spread globally for everyone's viewing, except me. My hand is known before the cards are even out of the box. There's not a bill anywhere that hasn't already been wrong for all to hear. Seeds has been planted, all illegally and unfairly. for the monumental amount of time allowing the world to abuse and devastate my private case information, lack of proper orders, not having an appropriate lawyer, and non-existent security and protection of any kind of all said information becoming so easily accessible, mutated, and shared without my permission and before my trial. It is unfair and unlawful. No, that a heavily prejudiced, ignorant, that's me, incorrect prejudgment has been made as a result. This could have been stopped, lessened, or averted if someone was doing their job correctly. I am still doing mine by telling you so. I am not wrong. I saw some supers. For dramatic reaction to losing Homegirl Boone. Yeah, Homegirl Boone is doing good. Rich, yeah, you said that Owens just wants the fame. I think so. He just wanted to sweep in there, get her to take the deal, and then he could be on court TV tomorrow. Be the next guy with the funny glasses on court TV. Thank you, Iris. She did get a new judge. I rewatched the interrogation yesterday on Melanie Little channel, and it's been a minute since I watched it again. But boy, was it funny when the investigators bring up speaking to her neighbors. I'm not gonna rat on them, but they probably don't want to talk to you because he's here illegally. Come what now? Here's $5 for keeping all these bored girls satisfied. Thank you, Lefty. It's a hard job. When you become a man, you can maybe keep a few of them entertained as well. But thank you so much. Now go play golf. You should go on with Tom Gillis and talk about golf. It sounds like me she's trying for mistrial. She's trying everything. But I'm thinking more than anything, she believes what she's writing. And that's why she didn't take the plea deal. She believes what she's writing. Because she doesn't understand that it's not illegal to share all of the information because of the Florida Sunshine Law. It's not illegal for me to sit here and pontificate. I'm not going to talk to any of the jurors. So I can do whatever. It's legal for me to do. But she's just an idiot. She doesn't understand what it is. I'm still and futuristically want her in prison. Cannot wait for the sentencing. Yeah, futuristically, that was a good word. Sorry, I'm just backroom stuff. Let's get back to it. No, still, I believe it all depends on how much money, notoriety, and benefits anyone and everyone can get for themselves. And however, no matter the destruction caused on the ominous, irreproducible shadow made along the very lucrative way, a system for all the wrong reasons. As for Bankowitz and his irreconcilable, I can't say that word, differences, this means because I ask again about his phantom phone numbers and any progress occurring since not speaking to him in months, and after 408 days, 58 weeks, 9,792 hours of his representation from the date of appointment, 11th of July 22, to withdrawal attempt August 22nd, 23, with only 6 in-person meetings, totaling plus minus 7 hours out of 9,792. 4 15-minute video visits and 2 phone numbers given, 0 working, 0 calls answered, 10 letters from me, client, trying to communicate, no response. 8 letters from me, client, to judge, no response, productively. 4 letters from me, client, to my investigator, asking him to attempt communication on my behalf to Bankovich. 5 known attempts by investigator, see August 2nd, 2023 letter, by himself directly and on my behalf, no response. 9 attempts made by outside sources on my behalf, including phone calls, voicemails, emails, no response. Also, trying to use recycled components in my case, no discovery, witness list, research, orders, instructions, records, dispositions, downloads, etc. After 13 months, nothing but confirmation of his lack of professionalism, principles, disrespect, lies, and not caring. And please note, 11 out of the 13 months were with no communication, none in any form. Tennessee Gym Fund. Well, so you have to show up and show me how to work out in Americans. What does she mean by recycling? Using what previous lawyers have collected. Just like her new lawyer is using what was produced by other lawyers. The only difference is I want progress, productivity, honesty, respect, and results. If he were such a professional attorney from the beginning and not selling me on his stable of witnesses, historical background, and all his abundant resources, he wouldn't be still avoiding and cowering behind his now second attempt to withdraw. Number 2 per motion to withdraw. Clearly, everyone can see anyone not lobotomized in my slides would be highly unsatisfied with Bankovich. Overall performance as an attorney, see prior data, and no dedication has been made on his part in my case, or any productive progress or effort. What time has been put forth? Solely the 7 out of 9,792 in 13 months. Number 3 per motion to withdraw. And as I reminded Bankovich during one of 4 video visits, and him repeatedly telling me how busy he is with all his other murder cases, after again no communication for months, I politely raised my hand to the camera where he could see and said, "Murder case. I am your client also, and have been when do I get to go to trial like all the other clients?" He said he had to think about everything and disconnected. No word since. 100 days later, except for the withdrawal I learned about from Court TV, not him. Number 4 per motion to withdraw. Judge Wooten, with everything I have stated and all my information produced to you in all my previous letters, so you are aware, clearly Bankovich should not continue being my attorney. Wouldn't you agree? Clearly, you should have listened and reviewed much earlier when I was trying to communicate to you 10 letters ago just about him. Please listen and include me going forward. It's my right. What? With that being said, why was that upside down? With that being said, and because in the past you have stated to me you have other priorities, not allowing me rightful, appropriate time to speak in your courtroom, when I am allowed permittance to my meetings and I am on your schedule for that day, 4 times going to court with Bankovich, total times with all other attorneys, 2023, 7 times in a ongoing 4 years. April 29, first attorney withdraw attempt. Judge made revised twice. May 10th, 2022, first attorney withdraw attempt. Agreed and granted. Trial was 25-23. I don't know what that means. December 27, 2022, sixth attorney withdrawal attempt denied. I never even knew about until stated in court during status hearing. No copies received yet. February 10th, 2023, status hearing, carryover. March 31st, status hearing, carryover. May 25th, status hearing, carryover. Judge stated I was delaying trial. Me, hence my letter dated 29th of June. Hand delivered, second copy, 21st of July. July 21st, status hearing, carryover. Judge stated he had other priorities for the day when I was trying to address the court. Please grant Frank J. Brankowicz's motion to withdraw as my attorney. I, Sarah Boone, permit Judge Wayne C. Wooten to release Frank J. Brankowicz entirely from my case for obvious aforementioned reasons stated. I will allow withdrawal when it should be termination. We all know it. Me and my hope. Next. In the meantime of the selection of my next attorney, aim please, and also going forward, please enable and support me in still trying to utilize my constitutional right and as a still proud citizen of these United States, and stop willingly actively allowing the violation of said rights. See previous letter dated 15th of May 23. Please include me. Please listen to what I have to say. No one else does or has. It's my case. Hopefully, futuristically, with a better, more appropriate professional attorney of your choosing. Less letters, if any, will be generated, and more time you will have to dedicate to all your priorities you made known to me in the past. Please know also, Your Honor, I know I'm not priority, as you condescendingly and incorrectly stated. Not am I making myself out to be or ever have been in anything my entire life. I am a client to my attorney, now 7th and all prior, an inmate in the county jail, county, not country, and criminal case for your righteous judgment still. Clearly, after yet another letter from me and another withdrawal, not by my choice, and 47 uneventful months later, still looking for the starting line, and 7 times more, nothing has been made a priority. Please help Brankowicz wipe the sweat from his brow and inform him he can stop the self-sabotage. He is no longer my attorney. Amen. Amen. My perseverance is real. So is my truth. I can't wait to meet the bullseye. Court-appointed, audacious gratitude. Sarah Boone. Important. Please send me a copy of this letter as the court used to consistently. So I have receipt and know it has been received and hopefully read. I do not have the resources being in jail still to make this needed copy myself, nor the pen ink to rewrite. Hopefully my next letter will be less involved from all the necessary remedies being made. Also, my attorney is really an attorney. Thank you in advance for the copy, 10 pages. Your caring and precious time. I will look for in the mail once the copy has been mailed. Again, so grateful. I love that she just goes from I hate Brankowicz. He's such a fat fuck that you need him to you need to help him wipe his brows to Oh, please, Judge Wooten, you are my only hope. To Judge Wooten, you're an asshole. And then back to, oh, thank you for doing all the things. She is quite unhinged, and reading all of this again, I know everyone out there is doing their own prep for not Karen Reed, for Sarah Boone, and everyone is sitting here thinking, I forgot how bad this was. Because it's really, really bad. She needs to carbon paper. Remember that? I don't think they can have. Couldn't you do something with? You could make smoke bombs with carbon paper, I believe. Didn't you used to take carbon paper and the wrapping from your bike handles, and you could put those together, and it made a great smoke bomb? Of course, you should never do this. I believe you could do that. Hey, Kim. She's like Scarlett O'Hara. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Is what everyone should say to her as well. I miss the smell of carbon paper. Hey, Texas Brand. And sorry, I don't. When I'm reading, I don't see as much as the chat as normal. Bombs on a Budget with Baker. No, that'll be Jamie's 6 o'clock stream tomorrow. Will be Bees on a Budget with Jamie. Probably can't say the B word. I should think more sometimes. I'm not good at that. August 30th. So a little week later. Clerk of court, Judge Wooten, anyone? So confused. So tired of the perpetual question marks over my head as usual. Thanks to the ongoing convolution of everything from no communication, no system, no including me, and no care. And I can't ask my attorney because he's trying to withdraw again. I wouldn't get a response anyway. It's funny how the only piece of correspondence via mail I have actually received from Bankowitz is his motion to withdraw as counsel. Number 2. Judge Wooten, please verify my requested information as follows, so I, the defendant in my case, can prepare and plan accordingly. See letter dated June 29th, hand-delivered, second copy, July 21st. What is going on? This information in question is all I have from an outside source looking on the clerk's website to keep me updated, since no one else will. I've tried to dilute some of the question marks, but need you, Judge Wooten, to help me get it correct and begin my preparation. Please clarify and send copies for. Filed July 21st, notice of hearing, pre-trial conference, September 8, 2023, 9 a.m. Defendant received copy, yes, from court. Is defendant attending? Unknown. Why didn't I receive a copy from attorney? Filed July 26, 2023, notice of ex parte, September 8, 2023. Defendant received copy? No, from either. Need copy. Is defendant attending? Unknown. I thought the PTC was on this date. See previous filing. Is this meeting for the recycled psychologist? That would be Dr. Harper. Why did I receive a copy from court? Why didn't I receive a copy from court? Why didn't I receive a copy from attorney? Filed August 2022. Notice of hearing. Status hearing. When? September 15th. Defendant received copy. Yes, from court. Is defendant attending? Unknown. Is this for the motion to withdraw? It was filed on same day. If not, what for specifically? Why didn't I receive a copy from my attorney? Filed August 22. Title: Motion to withdraw as counsel. Defendant received copy. Yes. From attorney. Why didn't I receive a copy from court? Filed August 22. Notice of hearing. Motion to withdraw. Bankovich signed document when? September 8th. Defendant received copy. No from either. Need copy. Is defendant attending? Unknown. 2 meetings are already scheduled on this day. See previous filing. What is correctly happening? This was filed the same day as attorney's motion to withdraw. Why didn't receive a copy of this from him also? Why didn't the court send a copy with the status hearing notice filed the same day as motion to withdraw? Which date is correct for the actual motion to withdraw? Again, what is going on again? I rarely am included on and in the certificate of service for any documents filed or anything else. It should be an automatic inclusion. Please send revised and or all correct copies of the aforementioned documents so I have for my records, and is the only way I know on. She's getting worse at spelling. It's really hard. She started out perfect and writing above the lines, and now it's just hard to read. Unless able to find an outside source, again, receiving copies of notifications, updates, schedules, everything to all my meetings, conferences should be automatic, so I know it's my right. Please include. Finally, am I really the only one who is trying to figure anything out for and about my case to finally conclude? Shouldn't I, the defendant of all parties in my case, be included overall and receive necessary, needed copies? Please clarify everything. Sarah Boone. You should, honey bunny, homegirl. And Marissa just had a filing from yesterday. I don't know what this means. Sarah Boone, defendant. This cause coming on this day for trial. Defendant Sarah Boone being now present and represented by David Warrett, Winston Hobson, why is he mentioned twice? Rachel Fugate, James Owens, Kevin Beck, Tony Henderson. President Tony Henderson, you have second-degree murder. Court orders, court minutes. Defense to provide order to allow defendant to wear dress shoes. State placed offer on the record. Defendant rejected offer. Does it have to do with the dress shoes, or this must be because there's missing a line about she rejected the plea. I think that's why it says that it's something. It must have to do with the rejection of the plea deal. I think it's just a clerical error. Oh, I'm stupid. Whew. Almost through 23. No, we are through 23. Now comes January 19th. Judge Michael S. Kranick. Honorable Judge Kranick. Finally, a new judge. It's strange how the Lord works, as I was in the process of trying to disqualify Wooten after being my judge 4 years, and me still incarcerated with nothing to show other than seven different attorneys, not by choice. News clips of me walking in and out of the courtroom, and everything relative to my case permitted to be slathered on the global internet, and in which I have not seen myself. I felt he was the ticket holder to my overly hyped, illicitly distributed, misconstrued criminal case. And great reason I am still here in ongoing 4 years and 7 attorneys later. Not by choice. See my letter dated 29th of June 2023 on Clerk's website. While still waiting to probably elucidate the court, public and world, and after whatever the dysfunction was in the attendance part of my most recent PTC status hearing, which I'm trying to ensure my automatic attendance futuristically. Please see my draft motion included. I am still trying to have my attorneys submit on my behalf. I wanted to bring to your judicial attention the following information so you and the world are aware. It is not I who are ever delaying the trial, as Wooten inappropriately accused me of doing in the past hearing. Especially now you have mandated a trial date to be had in May. Didn't happen. With no further continuances. They had continuances, leaving less than 4 months to put together and comply what should and could have been done already. What happened in all the 4 years prior? Please see all my correspondence online. To date, Winston E. Hobson has been my court-appointed attorney for 133 days and counting. To date, Mr. Hobson has only met with me one time for a total of 3 hours. 7th of November 23. To date, no phone calls have been received by Mr. Hobson, as his phone does not work properly for further immediate, much-needed communication to be made between client and attorney. To date, I have mailed five letters to Mr. Hobson, trying to communicate my urgent need to speak to him. To date, I have sent one letter to the investigator in my case to contact Hobson and contact me and see if he can assist in correcting the phone problem. Also to inquire when everyone is coming. I'd like to know that too. To date, I feel I am not being included or heard or cared about in my case again. From the continued miscommunication again with Mr. Hobson and time-consuming, undiscussed entries are being made on my behalf. The continuance I did not know about, the waiver of appearance I did not know about, along with other documents, and I'm never sent copies of anything filed, so I know. I keep trying to tell him about, with no response, furthering the already massive dysfunction in my 4-year case. I want my Elkie White legs. I want my Elkie White legs. I do. After this, I'm gonna have to go look at a picture of her Elkie White legs just to get ready again. Hey, Corina. But the tone has shifted. New judge, everything's good, except she has a bad lawyer again. What's that saying? If everyone you meet every day is an idiot, maybe you the problem? I was hoping in the PTC status hearing on Tuesday, 16th of January 24, I could at least play catch up in the courtroom for 5 minutes, so many of my attorneys have done prior, including Mr. Hobson, in the one court date I had for a continuance of a continuance, 30th of October 23, to express and emphasize the need for him to communicate and schedule a second very overdue meeting. I still have not even heard from Mr. Hobson about our missed PTC status hearing. What's the status? To date, 1 out of 133 days and counting, attorney and his client has met. To date, 3 out of now 3,192 hours, attorney and client has discussed partial general case information. To date, I still have not seen my discovery. Your Honor, When is the next status hearing, please? Especially since we were not at the last PTC status hearing. And especially since I'm trying to communicate with my attorney in more than one way to fully utilize the minute amount of time allowed before trial. My fair, appropriate, lawful trial. I still am wondering why, though. I've had to wait for 4 years for something to finally happen in my case, asked Judge Wooten. I wonder also, was I the oldest case on his docket? The oldest bitch. Either way, I'm still here, waiting patiently and very excited to get this highly anticipated show on the road. I await your overdue and very needed judicial direction, supervision, and intervention. Thank you in advance, Judge Kranick. Welcome. Sincerely, Sarah Boone. Motion to be included in and allowed admittance to all defendants' pretrial conference and hearings. Comes now defendant Sarah Boone through her undersigned attorney Winston E. Hobson. Hopefully he undersigned it, or else it's illegal. The trial court may hold one or more pretrial conference to consider such matters as will promote a fair and expeditious trial. The defendant must be present at any pretrial conference unless the defendant's presence is waived by writing or the record by the defendant or by the defendant's counsel with the defendant's consent. The support the defendant alleges as follows. These pretrial conferences are for my personal individual criminal case. If professional YouTubers, news channels, court TV, etc. are given permission and allowed entry into the courtroom for viewing, and the judge also is allowing the conferences to be streamed live with all the court minutes uploaded to the internet and world, the defendant should be included foremost. You should. I may not have regular, consistent updates or communication with my court-appointed attorney, and by attending all of my PTC and hearings, I will know current status, important dates, casework being completed, changes in parties, timeframes, expectations, all pertinent information I, the defendant, have a right to know, want, and need to regarding my case. All information is important, relative, and necessary to me. I am not consistently included in the certification of service and sent copies of any documents being filed in court regarding my case as requested numerous times by the defendant in writing and verbally in the courtroom, neither by the judge, the court, or my attorneys. By attending my pretrial conference, I will know what documents has been filed, need to be, and will be for and in my case. Another way I can know what is going on in my case and being worked on. Incomplete overall support. It is my right by law as an individual defendant and inmate to be included in any and all developments made in my case. It also is my right to finally achieve success in any and every aspect possible in my case. By attending and being included in my pretrial conferences and hearings, said success can and will be accomplished fairly, faster, probably. Wherefore, the defendant Sarah Boone respectfully asks the Honorable Court to grant my motions to be included going forward to all defendants' pretrial conference and hearings. Why do I have my headset in? I'm not listening to anything. Sarah Boone, Certificate of Service. It wasn't undersigned by her lawyer. Hey, Sassy Pants. Yes, she thinks that's a magic word. She's told it's not a magic word, but she thinks it's a magic word. Judge Wooten and the other lawyers are all under an umbrella enjoying cocktails, perhaps in the Maldives, Tahiti, Bora Bora. Well, any day without Sarah writing you a letter is probably a good day. I'm just wondering, can my voice hang on to this one? The next letter is 58 pages. Jamie, where are you? I need a pee break. Well, go up. Yeah, one letter is 58 pages long. It's from June 2nd, this summer. I think I might have read it in a previous stream. I think this is the one. It might be shorter, but it's scanned in that way. I think Mo is... isn't Mo live? She was live yesterday doing some Sarah Boone herself. I can't see her live. Letters of Sarah Boone. Well, I should rewrite them. I need to get Jess to transcribe all of them and then put them into the chat GPT and just say, make sense of this. And I sell that one. Well, I can put on my, I do have a break video everyone hates. So I'm going to put on my pause video and everyone's going to hate it. And I'm going to play it on loop so I can make a bio break.
Now in silence, asleep. Grand beloved risen with so bright, your tweets are missed day and night. Oh, grand, my dear, tweets I cannot see. Lost from your word, from your humor fade. From afar, in my silent embrace, I miss your tweets. Grand tweets, run and trace.
So, that wasn't too bad. Hey, Plushy Mom. I wouldn't play Laughing Crazies. That's banned on this channel. She does get along with some of the inmates. Pena, she doesn't get along with the hair braiders. We read the inmates note. She's not I don't think she's the most popular. She's always snitching on everyone. Well, I will be making her a special birthday song. Maybe, oh, I don't have anyone to give cake to, so maybe a cake. Where can I find your Mean Girls video? Mean Girls? Do I have a Mean Girls video? What's my Mean Girls video? Mean Girls is my mods on my Discord. She likes passing cheese. Well, she likes hoarding cheese. What's my Michelle? What's my Mean Girls? I'll try to figure it out. But I had a bio break. I had a bit of honey to lubricate my throat a bit. So let's get to it. It'll be the last one I read today because this will be a long one. That's what she said, and she wasn't right. Hand delivered, June 7th, 2024. Honorable Judge Michael Kranick. Yeah, buddy. Hey, Tom. Legal correspondence, total of pages 58. Honorable Judge Kranick, ongoing 5 years. Why can't I use my constitutional right? Am I the only one who cares about the ongoing violations of have a bond, have all my medical records, have all my digital evidence and discovery, have all my paperwork, notes, letters, pictures, everything of mine returned by former attorneys, speak to my investigators, have a complete download of my phone, have any of my witness lists, give any inside understanding, clarification, truth about my case, especially to my attorney, be listened to by anyone, especially my attorney, be respected for who I am truly, especially by my attorney, and not be disrespected for the mutated, malicious murderer all the world has falsely, incorrectly created and believed me to be treated fairly, lawfully, and be protected by the justice system, probably rightfully, completely defend myself, see all and know the same as the world can and does, including my attorney, from all the phenomenal, non-permissive amount of my entire case being available online globally before my trial, and most importantly, before I have seen myself. What doesn't anyone know already about my case? How about my side in everything about everything? Be correctly understood that I am not the problem for reasons I am not malappointed by the court attorney number 8. See my letter 21st of June. Say what I want and should, but all the world can and say it all wrong and warped. Why won't my attorney? Who's paying for her meals? You are, if you live in Florida. Still need to know how she got a pen in the Who's Gov. Well, they can get the little knobby pens, but they have to turn them back in. Checked futuristically on the bingo card. We are working on trying to figure out. I don't do anything. Jess and Marissa is looking at the bingo card thingy-ma-thing. We might try and see if we can get either bingo cards going for opening statements or closing statements. We won't do it every day because that'll be too much. I might even attempt to try and make some kind of gift for someone. I have copious amounts of licorice somewhere. I might do a care package, maybe some sliced cheese, if someone gets a bingo. But I can't quite figure out how you do the bingo things. But Marissa and Jess is looking at it, so we might do that during this trial. But it won't be every day; it'll just be for special days. Someone was talking about it in Aussie Insiders today about Karen Reed trial, I believe. Said it was very funny. Mean Girls. I have made some short dog videos. That's my short videos. I have 3 videos about the rubber dogs. I think that could be it. Exactly. I couldn't get baby oil, so I had to use honey. And this is the day when His Honor Judge K started planning his next vacation. God love him. She's making up words to sound smarter and make it harder to read. I love how we know that Cashman had handwritten note from Sarah on some of the discovery, proving Sarah had in fact seen it. Line Red, you are just now you're just fabricating news right now, because clearly her previous attorney had a very similar handwriting. Oh, you got it figured out. I just need more words. Well, what words do we need? Put some words in chat that we need for the bingo. Futuristically is, of course, one of them. I think that the free word in the middle should be straddling bush. Was she detoxing when she wrote this letter? No, she's been in prison for well, she's probably got her hands on some hooch. I hate what she think. I hate to think what she might do with something nubby. Put it in a suitcase. It may be your "Let's Be Grifters Together" video. What's that one? No, it's not shorts. It's not shorts. It's just tape videos. I don't do many of them. It's easy to find. There's a rubber dog on all the thumbnails. A green one, I think, with sunglasses on. Let's be grifters together. Dancing with Dogs, Dr. Pepper, Sipper, Blue-Eyed Dragon, Constitutional, Not Intentional should be on there. I'm hoping Jess is, because I don't do anything. I hope she's writing it down. Jess, are you writing down the words so you can jumble them? The one where it's going, oh my God, like that. Oh, she's thinking about, if this is the one she's thinking about.
Oh my gosh, you guys, there's a class called Basic Grifting. Should we all learn how to be grifters together?
That's from Community. It's not from Mean Girls. Why won't my attorney give me some honest answers? Show me everything she says she has and finish reviewing for my case, but withheld from me after I asked repeated for and about. Give me answers other than I'm putting this to rest. That's not necessary, or I'm not having this conversation with you. Grant me access to everything I ask her for in and about my case. Like the detective in my case, stop putting words in my mouth. Tell me what's going on in my case. It's been well over 100 days. She had been my attorney, and I still do not know ongoing 5 years. Remember, this is the Bewitcher, not the Bewitcher, the Bee Whisperer, who should be very good at difficult female inmates. She wasn't. Answer any of my questions. Ever ask me any questions? How can she supposedly know everything she needs to know from what she's been told, heard, read, seen? Reassure she's on my side for me, not against. Why have I already been judged in the court of public opinion? How did that happen? Very easily, Sarah Boone. There's a lot of videos out there of you. Most notably, the two where you laugh at your boyfriend when he dies in a suitcase. That's when the court of public opinion judged you. But it's just public opinion. It's not a legal entity. Why have I been sentenced by anticipation and condemned before my predicted trial? Everyone does that. Just ask Diddy. He might be found not guilty. Just ask JD. He lost a lot of contracts until he was cleared in court. He still haven't gotten all his money back. Why does my attorney and all the world think my case is already over? Sadly not. Your Honor, doing our first introduction at my last withdrawal of court-appointed attorney number 7 Hobson, you stated to me your uninvolvement with any of my letters I write. I'm still going to write my letters, as conduit they are to the world where all my potential jurors are located, and this is the only way anyone, including yourself, knows the very necessary insight to my continued disadvantages, hindrance, impediments I am still experiencing, on top of the new spurring. What the hell? Spurring my intentions to write. She's getting worse at writing. The race to the pulpit is unfair, and it is important to me that you are aware and understand what transpires when the news cameras are off and where all the between my status hearings. 2. As so many of the advantageous embezzlers, racketeers, mindless lemmings, and just altogether mean people can use their freedom of speech, not knowing me in any way other than what's being said by all the other mean people and being said incredibly incorrectly, so can I. She's talking about me. As to the compelling, annoyed detectives in my case, Copsell had to falsely document, and Lowen was his gun for me, wore his gun for me to see. He's a detective, you idiot. He's allowed to wear a gun. I am sure you are familiar with after watching all my plastered, highly misconstrued, over 30 million views just on one side interviews, and in which they both repeatedly attempt to feed me their incorrect, incomplete, hypothesized opinion by stating to me everyone has their limits at this seemingly endless point of perpetuality of nonsense and lawlessness still growing, and I very much want to advance to the next level after ongoing 5 years now. A genuine concerned limit has been reached. She really knows her. I know that I have roughly 1 million views on my channel. I have roughly, do I have 12,000 subscribers on my channel? 12,500 or something like that. I know those numbers. She knows exactly how many views her video has gotten, because she's more interested in it than a creator is. Does anyone think she would ever get out of prison? Well, she could have been out in 8 years if she'd taken the deal. Raised to the pulpit, does she think she's getting baptized or married? Probably a little of column A and column B. Thank you, Jen. We have been waiting. Everyone's been saying, Jen, is she ever going to show up? But now you're here. I do hope that Brian Boone sings like a canary. Well, his affidavit is just, she was a B word. Hey, Bri Bear. Why am I still not being included in my case? How much more of my case and self is being added hourly, especially after this letter gets loose to the internet, increasing the mass infection and destruction of my hopes to have a fair trial. Anything fair, my sight foremost. And wondering now if my attorney drank the punch like everyone else. All aforementioned reasons and so many more for this letter to be written, hoping to deter some of the unfair one-sided finger-pointing of corruption and malpractice being directed at me only by those in the justice system who are trying to deflect the shame and shock from me, fearlessly challenge the status quo, and it must be so because it's my face on the computer at the same time on my boob tube television. What? What? She must have been drunk when she said this. Challenging the status quo, and it must be so because it's on my face on the computer on at the same time on my boob tube television. Brainwashed, ignorant followers of disbelief, conformity, and greed, trying unsuccessfully to make my life by character assassination seem worse than their no to. Where anyone points their finger, one, it's impolite, and two, 3 point back at you. How many tried it to see? How many of you did try to see that if you point, 3 goes back at you? Put the stone down, as there will be no casting of anything today, except maybe for the role of my part for all the pre-conclusion documentaries and crystal ball real life stories of true crime incorrectly formulated from everyone supposedly knowing me and judging who they think I am, what really happened and is going to futuristically. Remember, 3 point back. And that's correct. She's a smart one. Soothsaying is not a real job. I agree with you there. Body language, soothsaying, and writing the horoscope is just made up. None of it is real. Grifting on YouTube is a real job. To sum it up, in the word of my attorney, after I told her to Google me, she stated, "There's a lot." To sum it up, in the words of myself, the defendant, stated to my attorney after she stated to me, when can I see? How much longer do I have to wait? Or how many attempts must be withdrawn for me to be included in my case and be included more than the world presently is? This is my case in every aspect. See all my aforementioned ongoing 5 years questions. I'm still waiting for answers. Also, I want to make it known I walked out on my attorney in our last meeting due to her unwarranted, uninformative, unprofessional, snotty attitude and her untruthful answers to my questions and beyond. The I can't say this on YouTube, but I have to because I am now quoting Sarah Boone's letter. I know my reading from the letter yesterday has been demonetized. This will now be demonetized as well. The retarded vicious circle we enter every time we meet is a waste of time. And I'm saying that being in jail with supposed endless amount of time, how she treats me is extremely prejudiced, hostile, and unconcerned. She is very frustrating to talk, to bark or defeat in an endeavor. To bark or I don't know. To induce feelings of insecurity, discouragement, or dissatisfaction in, to bring to nothing. So much I presented my solution in order to coexist with and work together in a hopeful, progressive, positive, appropriate manner. I added pretend judge to our interaction so she could calm down and ease up on her condescension, offensive demeanor, and oblivious prejudgment. She seemed like everyone else not to remember I am innocent until adjudged otherwise. She treats me as if I'm not. After my introduction and explanation with pretend judge in the I can't read that word. Neen or on the phone. I am trying to help her understand how she is making herself extremely unwelcoming. I love that. I love that she's telling her special appointed, very good at handling difficult clients attorney how the the attorney is really bad at her job. Point like Garrett Brooks. Yeah, if you point like Garrett Brooks, nothing points back at you. Lady, you're the only person in America who has ever beaten their boyfriend with a bat in a suitcase to kill him. You're pretty alone on that. Well, she's a special little lady. Sarah, sweetie, you're making us want to find out more because you're a perplexing puzzle of a human and a raving lunatic. In this letter, she's not making sense. CJ Lorraine, I loved you mentioning this letter. These are the old letters. These are from, this is her 8th attorney. So I'm just reading the old ones. Snotty attitude. Yep. Room. Maybe room. We know everything, girl. Homegirl. When in front of a real judge and in the courtroom is how she should treat me, her client, at all times. I should not have to invent pretend judge in order to be, and am not at all wrong for wanting to be respected. No matter the outcome, I'm innocent until adjudged otherwise. My attorney, everyone's should be fair, unbiased, trustworthy, honest, supportive, informative, protective, automatically, and effortlessly. I should feel secure, highly confident, proud in her representing my life. I do not and have said to her many times regarding her monumental disbelief in me and my case, which I believe contributes greatly to her inimical attitudes toward me. I am hoping by this letter she will pick up the sword of injustice and fight along. It's not a sort of injustice, then it's sort of justice, and fight alongside, not against me, as so many unmotivated, overwhelmed, weak attorneys prior who bowed out ungracefully and crept away from the battlefield unsuccessful. My case equals bizarre, equals unknown, equals different, equals ignorance, equals misunderstood, equals unfair. This does not mean my case can't equal success, and in more than one way. While everyone continues to ring their bells of malevolence, I am ringing mine of hope, honor, plausibility, boldness. Listen, I am not a murderer. The justice system should equal fair, faith, trust, respect, innocence until and if adjudged otherwise. 3-point back. So the justice system should point a finger. Sarah Boone Heart confused cat meme. Yes, thank you. I love the confused cat meme. June 4th, 2024. Oh, this is a new letter, but we haven't read this. Yeah. June 4th, video visits 12 minutes. In addition to my previous letter intended for hand delivery on the 7th of June at my status hearing, today my attorney made a video visit to go over everything I've been asking her for and have also sent to her personally in 2 letters, all on the public video visitation box where on both sides of me, less than 5 inches away from my visit, other inmates were having their visits also. You're in prison. You don't get a suite. I have explained to my attorney numerous times previously in writing and verbally that despite the noise level, I do not in any way feel comfortable having in-depth private meetings regarding my entire criminal case on the visitation box, where there is no privacy whatsoever and held in an open bay dorm with more than 62 other interests, all ears inmates. I cannot fully participate, if at all, from the entire dorm, officers included, trying to participate also in my case. As always, my attorney did not listen or care after I repeatedly tried reminding her of my unsincere environment, barking at me I can listen or not, still going over speaking and not at all allowing me to respond. Sarah, you have been begging for video calls for 3 years. I've been reading hundreds of pages of your dribble right now. And now you get a video call, and now you don't want a video call. You are one of those ladies who will, when after the 2 hours after we asked you, what do you want to eat? I don't care, you choose. And we finally figure out you really want sushi. And I bring you sushi, you would say, no lobster roll? You're one of those ladies. Well, hopefully she will be, because hopefully this case will go before Christmas. She has serious arrested development and is a perpetual teenager who did nothing except manipulate to get her way. That's why. That's what I see when I see that video where she comes jumping out of the house. Oh, the police is here. She's like a 12-year-old. I'm not a shrink, but she has massive, massive mental problems. Good Lord. She is a little bit exhausting. I thought you said steak. Sorry. I'll get your steak. She should have said she was drunk as a skunk action her lumps. No one can. No one can with this woman. Yeah, just say I'm drunk. I'm sorry. Again, she'd been out in 10 years, 5 years on probation. She wouldn't even have gotten those 15 years they offered her now. After repeating to her over and over and over while she's beginning to speak louder and over me still to please schedule an in-person meeting where all can be discussed further privately with no success of being heard, I disconnected the visit telephonically. She was uncorruptibly, she was impossible. See previous letter, or ask her for a copy of the 2 I sent her. I was trying to remedy or lesson before sending this to you, Your Honor, and not having to include. Now it's a race to the pulpit. Again, when she meets her in person, she gets mad at her because she's not treating her with respect. When she meets her telephonically, she gets mad at her for not listening to her or talking to her while other people can hear it and not meeting with her in person. This is the quintessential woman of all women's. My question, please, who acts like that and still be able to call themselves professional? The visitation box is primarily for family and friends to connect. And if a must from an attorney reminders, notice, quick questions, not high-level confidential case information. She, like other former attorneys who always blame their dysfunctions on me, said, "You don't like the answers I give you." What answers? See pages 1, 2, and 3. We are on page 3 now. I am not the problem, except that I want to and should be treated fairly, with respect, acting more professional than the paid. I've been doing this for over 40 years. Professional. after so long and in all the experience and common courtesy, customer service, and listening skills should have been acquired. All attorneys, do you remember what you even wanted to be one? Remind yourself. No one listens, and it works in everyone's favor but mine, that I am a murderer stuck in jail so they can pin on me their uninterested, unmotivated, hopeless. They're going to believe me over her haughty attitude. I am not wrong for not thinking less of myself because everyone else has and does. This presents this present attorney foremost. The justice system expects me and other inmates, aka clients, to accept this subpar. It's subpar. Nonchalant, hypocritical. Next on the list, attorneys they keep aimlessly throwing darts for and Miller Point praying they don't withdraw. I have not fired any attorneys appointed in my case. From me expecting the highest equal standard possible for wanting the absolute best outcome in my preposterous mismanaged case. And representing myself is not an option, as both judges has now threatened me with from being outspoken and intelligent in all my observations of the ongoing abuse I am and have experienced. I have no new experiences from it always being the same. Blame Boone. I refuse to be in waiting respect. I refuse to be something in wanting respect, no matter who everyone thinks I am. Clarity, inclusion, honesty, and professionalism. And another great reason not to have my case meetings on the public visitation box is my personal confidential inmate information, such as my visitation list 2020-2023 with names, etc., my interaction with inmates and officers, what I eat, when, and my personal jail calls also being thrown online. For what? Entertainment. I can tell you it's entertaining. I really like I haven't seen your visitation list, but I like your notes when you called black people for hair braiders because you are effing racist. To hate me more or to try to get others to because I don't eat breakfast or because I know some Latin. She's listened to my channel. Have short hair. My penmanship is nice, or because I'm not getting fat and sleeping all day, but rather fully applying myself, fighting still, making everyone upset for not having to fabricate splicey edit, mutate, splicey edit. The world apparently knows all. What's next? How many times I go to the bathroom and what function I perform? No, I don't want to cover that. No one knows anything, nor seems to want to from being comfortable in their corruption and stirring to be on top with ratings. I would love more ratings. Please hit the like and subscribe. Webheads, please tell your friends about it. And money. Thank you, TLA, so much for this super chat. For some Danish type of aspirin, also Manuka honey for your throat. I don't know what type of honey I'm having. I have some Danish honey. It takes it off, but it's just the yelling that really saws your throat out. But thank you so much. Look how I'm a professional grifter. I lined it up with Sarah's reading without even having read it before. But I will rest my throat, and tomorrow we won't be starting till 1 because we'll go into the Quinton Nixon case tomorrow. So I'll have a long day off. Maybe Jamie can join us tomorrow. It's Jamie's fault. He's not showing up for work. Her vocabulary and grammar is just and just the other one you can't really use that terminology, but the question you asked on Discord. But I'll send you a link when I'm done streaming. If you have time, we'll just pop on. We can take a quick talk. My case, not his, not hers, not theirs, mine. As my favorite Latin teacher said, even the biggest moron in room could speak Latin. You're not special, lady. No, I speak more Latin than she does, because I can say sic transit gloria mundi, which means so perishes all the pleasures of heaven, or all the greatness of heaven, and ad aspera per aspera, which means over the stars to victory, because that's the British Air Force logo. And sic transit gloria mundi was what my dad always said after Eve was born. That's how they weren't so bad. My dad was a misogynist like me. Now, just how many slices of cheese? Yeah, that's what we want to know. It's so sad that while sitting in jail, she still doesn't think she did anything wrong. But at least she gets her exercise in. She's not just a fat slob like the rest of us. She looked quite matronly yesterday. Anyone else? I don't know why she wanted civilian clothes, because it just looked like her prison scrubs, just with a little less boob window. No, I'm going to do this. Yeah, that was my grifting with the ratings, web hips, and money. My case details, if anyone forget, and if you think about it, all that keeps getting plastered and plagiarized, posted and poked fun at about me is all my favor. Proving myself right about all the mindless lemmings, shut-ins, the justice systems advantageously abusing and profiting from everything in my case before my trial and before I've seen. Please be sure to read my attachment for FRCP Rule 3.220. Restricting disclosure. Am I the only one who thinks of these things? Yeah, because it's wrong. When can I win? In anything. It's coming. I'm not the problem. And if anyone were to slip on my slides and have to experience, tolerate, deal with any of what I have and am, would be bravely to doing the same. Don't knock it till you try it. 3 points back. Raised to the pulpit. Again, always Sarah Boone. I have, but sadly, Tom Gillis had been down there. So she said she would give me an answer. I bet you could hear it all over the dome when she gets mad and starts harder. Everyone will be, because I'm going to make $1 million off of this trial. So everyone will be invited to my marriage with Sarah Boone. Was the lady attorney that she had last black? No. I remember her as a 60th white lady, I believe she was. Notice of discovery. After the filing of the charging document, a defendant may elect to participate in the discovery process provided by these rules, and including the taking of discovery depositions. By filing with the court and serving on the prosecuting attorney a notice of discovery, which shall bind both the prosecution and defendant to all discovery procedures contained in these rules. B. Prosecutor's discovery obligation. Within 15 days after service of this notice of discovery, the prosecutor shall serve a written discovery exhibit which shall disclose to the defendant and permit the defendant to inspect, copy, test, and photograph the following information and material within the state's position or control. A list of names and addresses of all persons known to the prosecutor to have information that may be relevant to any offense charged or any defense thereto, or to any similar fact evidence to be presented at trial under section 90.404 Florida statute. B, the statement of any person whose name is furnished in compliance with preceding subdivision. The term statement as used herein includes this is just case law. I don't want to waste my. She just wants her. She thinks that she, by writing these motions, can get her evidence. But the problem is she is still at this point represented by a lawyer, so it goes through the lawyer. Because this is just case law or statutes. This is how it has to be. Whether the state has any material and information that has been provided by confidential informant doesn't matter. It's just she has just gone through the law dictionary. Is there anything good? No. If a defendant elects to participate in discovery either through filing the appropriate notice or by participating in any discovery process, no. It's just case law again. Or the restricting disclosure. This is the one she means they they should use. The court on its own initiative and on notice or motion of counsel shall deny or partially restrict disclosure authorized by this rule if it finds there's a substantial risk to any person of physical harm, intimidation, bribery, and economic reprisal or unnecessary annoyance or embarrassment resulting from the disclosure that outweighs any usefulness for the disclosure to either party. And again, Sarah, as a part of the case, it's not going to do that for you. It's still the same. Come on, Sarah, get back to your lunacies. It's just she wants her discovery. That the individual shall have full protection in person and in property is a principle as old as common law, but it has been found necessary from time to time to determine anew the exact nature of excellence at such protection. Political, social, and economic changes entail the recognition of new heights, and the common law in its internal youth grows to meet the demand of society. This in very early times, the law gave remedy only for physical interference with life. Who's she quoting now? Oh, that's the Bouvier Law Dictionary. F that. Then we have the American Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are well endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Why not just give you happiness? Why do you only have the right to pursue happiness? And what if you never catches it? I think that's a fail by they should have given you happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Florida Constitution 2024. We, the people of the state of Florida, being grateful to Almighty God for our constitutional liberty in order to secure its benefits, perfect our government, ensure domestic tranquility, maintain public order, and guarantee equal civil and political rights to all, do ordain and establish this Constitution. Oh, now this is gonna. Oh, she's just gonna cite law text. There's nothing in this. This is just what the law. She got her hands on a law dictionary. Bouvier's Law Dictionary. Yeah, she's just copying what What has she copied out? She has copied out what? And she writes it in hand. She's an idiot. What a client is, how they what obligations the attorneys have, the attorney-client privilege, seller's advocacy, attorney misconduct. Come on, go back to being an idiot. Duress, habeas corpus, caret vitre, informal consent, law, legal ethics, equal protection of the law, abuse of process, and I'm not going to read a law dictionary. That's just too stupid. Interrogation, examination of a suspect, custodial interrogation, excited utterances, publicity, exploitation, and saturation. What the F is this? What? 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 What the F is this? Publicity, exploitation, and saturation. United States map, page 1. To date, each star is a state where I have received correspondence via mail or message regarding my current criminal case. So she has had, out of 52 states, yes, I did the Obama School of America's Geographic. She has received letters from Canada, which is not a part of the US, I believe, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, California, Arizona, Colorado, South Dakota, Kansas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Missouri, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, New York, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, Indiana, Ohio. So these are the places she has gotten letter from so far. Within 5 years, she has gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can't. She's got 20 letters. Who cares? 20 letters in 5 years or 20 states. Let's do a thing so I can rest my voice. Anyone here from Canada? Just put a 1 if you're from Canada. Anyone here from Washington? Put a 2 in the chat. Anyone here from Idaho? Put a 3 in the chat. Anyone here from Nevada? Put a 4 in the chat. Anyone here from California? Put a 5 in the chat. Anyone here from Arizona? Put a 6 in the chat. Anyone here from Colorado? Put a 7 in the chat. Anyone here from South Dakota? Put an 8 in the chat. Anyone here from Kansas? Put a 9 in the chat. Anyone here from Texas? Put a 10 in the chat. Minnesota, 11. Wisconsin, 12. Missouri. I'll bet you I have viewers from almost half these states. Wisconsin was 11. Missouri was 12. Louisiana was 13. Michigan was 14. Indiana 15, Ohio 16, New York 17, Vermont 18, Pennsylvania 19. Is it New Jersey maybe? Maybe it's Philadelphia. I don't know. 18, 19 Virginia, North Carolina is 20, South Carolina is 21, 22 Georgia, and 23 Florida. Let's just see if how many we can get up to. 1, 2, 7, 10, 12, 15, 19, 17, 19. Sarah, I'm doing almost as well as you are with viewers. And I'm not a raving lunatic who's been in prison for 5 years with thousands of people, thousands of views on the internet because of you. And she has also gotten communications from people all over the world. Let's see if I don't think I can beat her in this one. Do I have anyone from, well, let's say the, what do you call this part of Asia? Because I can't see if it's Japan or that's South Korea. It looks like isn't that the Russian harbor over there? It looks like it's the Russian part of, but I think she's either trying to hit South Korea or Japan. Do we have any from just around longitude? Is that longitude or what latitude? I don't know. 135. Some in Australia. Papa's got a New Guinea, whatever. Do I have any Scots here? And I think I have Canada and North America covered. Sarah, you're not that big a deal. Yeah, maybe it's Vladivostok. It looks like it. Massachusetts was one. No, Canada was one. You're back. Bye-bye. But again, yeah, we have someone from Australia here as well. She's claiming, oh, she's so famous because she has all of these viewers. No, you're not, honey bunny. Come on and put it the right way. To date, each star is a state where I have received correspondence via mail or message regarding my current criminal case. Again, 22 states. There's 365 million Americans, and you counted Canada as a state, which it's not. I know that much. You have 52 states. Canada is not one of them. 22 states isn't that good, Sarah. The world map. To date, each star is a continent where I've received correspondence. Yeah, if we're playing on continents, it's not that hard either. Whereas correspondent via mail or message regarding my criminal case. Yeah, we know you. The number grows daily. Most all letters and messages are available for review and understanding of the impact of my case details being made readily available on the global internet. What's the local internet? She always say the global internet. Where's the... Well, she's famous in my pants. She does not have Sweden. Baker is so lucky that I'm here. Well, she did claim it was just a continent, so Scotland is probably... Are we still claiming they're part of Europe? Of course, I have Salty Dog in Indonesia. That stupid cheater. I don't know why. Most all letters and messages are global internet creating wrongful ignorance, hate, and massive prejudgment before my trial. I, the defendant in my case, have not yet ongoing 5 years fully reviewed or even seen all of my case details. Everyone in the world has already had the opportunity to do so themselves. The continuation of this obvious exploitation allows the world to keep pressing their incorrect, presumed unfair theories. That's why I said there's no evidence of the suitcase going down the stairs, because I am very mindful of unfair theories. It could just be her banging on the suitcase with a bat. Ideas, accusation, forcibly insinuating I committed criminal acts. No, honey bunny, you admitted to committing criminal acts. My present attorney said it is not necessary to receive a court order. I've been trying to obtain to download my case information to apply from the OCCD tablets. My former attorneys are withholding some of my case contents I have supplied to them and which I have been deemed lost. Many other items have been returned, not to myself, but to the next attorney, and which have been unable to locate to date. I'm missing innumerable case items which I continuously request to be returned or obtained without success. Invasion of privacy. Why do you go from I'm so famous on the internet to invasion of privacy? Oh, because you mean you've been... Again, this is from Bouvier's Law Dictionary. I'm not going to read that because you can just... Publicity, exploitation, and saturation. My personal individual criminal case is being advantageously exploited and abused from all of my significant life-saving suppressible case details, evidence, proof being illegally obtained by coercion, trickery, duress, confusion. I'll just tell you, Sarah, I get all my stuff either from Lawn and Crim, Smart TV, or it's Marissa and Jedi Jess. So when you're going to sue one of them, because I have never coerced, trickeried, duressed, or confusioned anyone other than myself. I confusion myself a lot. But sue the other people. The local internet is only in North Korea, but they still love her in North Korea. Technically speaking, there are many interconnected networks. I will forgive global internet. Mass always with the right but slightly contrarian opinion. Continued strength and support to the Taurus family. I can't stop thinking about them. Oh. Sarah obviously has an inaccurate self-awareness of her personality and how people feel about her. She's just a massive narcissist. Her cold heart could freeze the ice caps. Yeah, and I stopped yelling every time she underlines stuff because my throat can't do it. So yeah, it's like those people who just highlight an entire page in their book and you're sitting there thinking, but what of it is important? Well, I don't know. Hand delivered to the entire planet. It's Sanata. I think it took one jail day to put the title on the top of that page. That is art. Yeah, she invented a whole new font. So at least she should patent that one. I would love to have that on my. You can't get that in Canva. And without my permission in any form, written or verbal, to anyone. Then broadcast, distributed, hand-delivered to the entire planet, states, countries, continents, containing all of my potential jurors. No, only Floridians can be your jurors, Sarah. I know it's hard to believe, but you can read that in one of those law dictionaries you like to cite. Causing irreparable, erroneous falseness, greatly tainting my juror pool altogether by forcibly attributing heavily influenced, incorrect, inappropriate motives, theories, ideas. No one is implying motive. We're just saying you got drunk. This obvious exploitation and invasion of my privacy is creating unnecessary, unlawful oppression, depleting all of my entitled opportunities to be giving a fair, proper, successful conclusion of my case. A misprejudgment has already been made unfairly against me from the undeniable violations of my constitutional rights and due process of law as a result of my entire case and personal life being publicized globally before my rightful trial, which lawfully, ethically should be without disadvantage and free from all partiality, deceitfulness, and dishonesty made from said evident exploration. Definitions collected from Bouvier, Miriam, Smart Communications Tablet. So now we're getting definitions from these places. I don't care about your trickery, deception by tricks and stratagems. And grifting is a form of trickery. I don't care about your definition. I just want your stupid takes. Why do you write so many pages of nothing? You can just cite the pages and they can look it up in their own dictionaries. You're really bad at footnotes. You're one of those who just want to put up a big page count when you deliver something to your teacher. She's getting into FOIA now. Law enforcement. That's the last of it. It ended here. Hallelujah. 2.5 hours. Sarah, I agree with everything you just said because I don't understand what you just said. Did you get to 10,000, Tom Gillis? Or else everyone should go over and give him a follow. And everyone should watch it. He talks about golf. Every night he's so nice to send me a link, and every night I'm sleeping when he sends it because he likes to start his streams at 1, 2 a.m. my time. I think just because he doesn't want me on. But he's a nice fella. Everyone should go over there and learn about how to swing a golf bat club. Oh my God, got 258 pages. Sarah, you need to quote case law, not just rant. Well, even her lawyer doesn't know that, so. The angry Karen today's fund, perfect for complaining to the manager or even trial judge in your murder case. It's a multi-purpose fund. Well, they have those communication tablets in prison. I don't know how much you can use them. I think you can do some light internet searching. I don't know how it works, but this was before she got her tablet, and then she lost her tablet. Then she got mad that she lost her tablet because she got a lawyer and she wasn't pro se anymore. She didn't understand that she couldn't keep access to all her because she wanted to work on her case. You're an idiot, Sarah. You shouldn't work on anything. Your Sarah suitcase fund is in Discord, but I need it so I can put it on Canva for all my headlights. I'm judging you, Sarah. You have committed crimes against the English language with made-up words and overused adjectives. Futuristically, I might judge her as well. I'm just going to make a Jess is asking for something. And again, it's just trying to determine what level of things. It's because you have to figure out how many bingo boards, I don't know, you make if you make those online bingos. So we're just asking if we doing opening or closing made bingo cards, would you play along? Please join even if you don't want to play along, just say no so we have kind of an idea if people could be interested in doing it, because if it's just 2 people, no reason to go through the hassle. But if there's a bit more, maybe we can do a care package, throw some candy in a box and ship it to you. I talk more than golf to people. I'm certifiably whacked. Well, the amount of time she wastes in so many different ways, unbelievable, really. And again, everything that has happened that we now have read the letters for the last 2 days, because this, I think this was the last letter before she goes pro se, and all the pro se letters I have already read, so I really don't want to do those again. She makes my brain hurt. You can tell every time she's the one problem with the lawyers, because she doesn't want to listen, she doesn't want to cooperate, because she wanted pushed. So those 17 times it's been delayed, it's all about her. Only the last one is because of a hurricane. So 16 times. You can add it to your computer for using apps. Oh, what? Peter, you've known me for a year now. Turning on the computer is... It's hard, man. How many cards we need? Cards. Iris is on board. I have to say no, but only because of stupid work. Well, Stephanie, it's not today. I don't. But I don't know how it. Jess will have to come on and talk about it at some point. But it's been a minute, Stephanie, since we've seen you last time. Maybe it's because you haven't had time to be in chat. But miss you, girl. I heard that's what ladies say to each other, and then they say, "Did you see those pants?" Can you say 2022? I love that girl. She's so nice. Oh, I missed her so much. Shoes? Call that shoes again. I know all about ladies. I just spent time with my girls. Doing Karen Reed, I was constantly sneaking around, going to the bathroom, running to get something out of my car. Yeah. Can't you just pop in one little earbud? Hey, Michelle on the down. And you're here from the UK. So I have as many continents represented like Sarah Boone. Is Canada? No, North America is a continent. She had 2 stars on Canada and North America. She again misrepresented her facts. We're not Valley Girls here. Some of us are. Jamie is a Valley Girl. That's why Jamie isn't here today. She is participating in the yearly Clueless reenactment. It's a big convention they have in California. Jamie, of course, will be there as what's the name of that girl from Clueless? Whatever. That's why Jamie has that Valley Girl accent. She is really, she's really into the whole Clueless scene. She's gonna kill me when she comes back online. I'm just saying. I don't know why I always say these things when Jamie is working, because I know she's going to be angry at me. I tried to hit one ear, but my boss is kind of a Tuesday, so that didn't work. That's, yeah. One earbud at work is what I do, usually working while listening. Well, I'm just happy that we can entertain you while you are all working, so it doesn't get too drab and boring all the time. But again, please hit the yes or no, just so Jess has kind of an idea if we should do the bingo and how many bingo cards we should make if we want to do a bingo. I'll probably do some kind of prize. It'll probably be some candy or, I don't know, a stupid little pack of Lego or something. We'll figure something out. Again, I'd rather spend a lot of money sending you stuff instead of monetary prizes, because I know that get into so much trouble. But it could just be fun. Maybe doing it doing closing. And again, if it catches on, maybe it's something we'll do at every something. I don't know. It's the grift, man. It's just to also have a little participation from you guys if you want to do it. I have ADHD, so my boss lets me wear headphones so I can get my work done. Oh, well, I have ADHD, so I need to have 3 screens running, and I only look up stuff on one of them while I might be looking at Lego while I'm sitting here. Good argument from the judge. I might be looking at Lego, but no, I'm paying 100% attention. I'm a school nurse, so probably best my ears are clear, I guess. Can't you just give them an Advil and say, see your own doctor? That's what I would be do. A date night with Sarah can be a prize. Well, I don't know, because I would have to be there and you wouldn't have to be there, because what's happened on date night with me and Sarah, I'm just saying, if I had a pair of boots, say no more. Jamie, that was a reference to knocking boots, which is an expression for having smacks, but don't tell chat. Years ago, I watched the entire Jodi Arias trial in my office. My bosses would walk in doing the weirdest testimony. The smacks calls was a big, what the? Yeah. How many was here when we watched the Sergeant Dumb case out of Tennessee and Texas? I've never seen anyone being so uncomfortable as the black detective when he had to read Sergeant Dumb's part of the intimate text messages between. You could just see that guy sitting there thinking, white people. It was my husband just sexually assaulted me. Oh, I'm so bad. Yeah, I really want you to be dominating me next time we meet. Oh, remember when that was the weirdest case ever. Grift life chose me. It ain't easy being a grifter. Yeah, she never talks about Jorge. She doesn't care about Jorge. B-I-N-G-O and bingo was his name. Oh. That's why Jamie needs to be here, so you don't say things like this. It's at her own peril she chooses not to be here. Here's a question. There was a farmer who had a dog, and bingo was his name. Was the dog named Bingo or the farmer? A radio station posted that the other day. I'm dyslexic, so I don't know if shouldn't there be like a comma in there if it was the dog's name. I'm not sure. I'm dyslexic. Baker, you know, date night with Sarah will involve ankles. It'll involve a lot of. And I've been thinking about that one. What if? Because I can't figure out, maybe my tools aren't long enough so I can figure out how to do the stuff. What if she was lifting you? Probably be weird. Maybe some belly button. If she's a little heavy, you can have some belly button poking action. I can't see without bending of the female buttocks how it could happen. Someday Sarah Boone will be celebrated as a great American hero. She will change the justice system. I have seen the Jaws Lego. It's amazing. It's a little pricey, but I want it. I've ordered. Oh, let me see if I can find it. I just got the Bumblebee, but I've ordered. I'm not sure if I'm getting it, but I have ordered this, but my connection hasn't delivered it yet. But I think I've ordered this Christmas decoration. I don't know if you have that in America with the calendar lights where it says 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll burn the candle every day until Christmas. But we have those. I think I've ordered this one, but I'm not sure. I can't remember if I ordered, or else I need that one. And I ordered this one because I'm single. I don't have anyone coming by for Christmas other than just for a cup of coffee. So I don't have a Christmas tree. So I thought, oh, it could be cool to just have this one. So I've ordered this one as well. You can either build one big one or build two smaller ones. But I thought that could be a cool one. But there's so many cool things I want. You read letters with funny accent. I do, Brandon, and I have funny people hanging around. 11 months, it feels like 12. I have to say, and even though they say in good company time passes faster, it feels like it's 12 months. What was the other one I was thinking about? Come on, I picked the wrong one. This is what I do when I don't stream. I just sit here and wish I was like Dave and having Lego shipped to my house. Where is that one? Come on, more. Where is the news? I need the news so I can see what I want to show you. Where is the Jaws one? Because it's actually pretty cool. Oh, there's more Christmas ornaments. Oh. More I can get and give away. Cool. They're cute. Little Christmas ornaments. There's so much cool stuff. A lot of money you can spend on Legos. Isn't it yours here? We can get the Mona Lisa now. Oh, spelled that wrong. It's a cool one. But it's, what was it, 1,200 Danish? That's a lot of money. But it's cool. Very, very cool. Gonna need a bigger boat. How much is it? Yeah. 1,300 Danish. That's $191. That's a big payday I need for that one. Penella, we don't mention off-brand crap. Only Lego is allowed on this channel. This is a good Christian channel. Legos need to make a suitcase version. I should build a suitcase. Am I going to do a Christmas baking show? Well, I don't really bake for Christmas. I've never really done much of that. People asked me last year, but I'll have to look at it. Again, when I'm not feeling like I'm running 2 days behind. Now I finally got all of those things shipped. I got my shelving built, but then I get Molly for 2 weeks, so I'm missing time. Does Lego have a Viking ship? Yes, they have the cheap from the Marvel movies. I have the Thor one. It's not that good. I think Valhalla has the big Viking ship. Not into Legos, but I do loom knitting. I can make all kinds of things with a loom. Looks cool. Yeah, I think they're cute, especially because again, it's easy to have when I'm single. I can just get it up and get it down, and it's not that big thing. Am I sending Sarah a Lego gift for Christmas? No, I'm sending her cheese. She just has cheese on her wish list. Then you know what you have to get him for Christmas. Or get him the big mask ship. But that's really expensive. I think you can only get that if you know someone. I think the Lego is being made for adults now. No, you still have the entire line, especially I like the Friends line because I had girls. They liked the Friends line because that's more like playing with dolls. But there's a lot of for younger, but it's, of course, I look at the grown-up stuff because I hadn't built Lego probably since maybe the 80s until I was on Dave's stream, and now I built I don't know how many already, and I have 6 boxes of Lego I still need to build, and I've ordered 2 more because I'm an idiot. It's 150 bucks here, not that I know or anything. Well, it's cheaper than in my place. I made Kanskaya last year. I haven't made one of those since I was an apprentice, I think. I never bake a smockhair. I have the terrestrial set and a cat Halloween set. I love to have more. That's almost a lot of that's a lot of cool stuff. But kids, canoodles, it's 6:15 here. I have to make ready for Molly to come visit me. Tomorrow we'll be back at Quentin Nixon, the pro se litigant accused of unaliving. Apparently her sister has been in my comments, which is very, very strange. As a streamer, you all of a sudden there's a family member. She claims that until she met Brian, she was straight edge, never smoked, never nothing, and it just went fast downhill. And then it ended where it ended, and it was within weeks of her meeting him. So that makes it even more sad to watch that case. But that'll be tomorrow at 1 p.m. if it's not delayed. Sarah Boone will be next week. We'll have to see what we see and find what we find. But thank you all so much. And Jess, I'm going to end my poll because yesterday I forgot to do my poll. 85 people, 76% said yes. So it looks like at least 50 bingo cards should be able to get out of here if it's easy to get onto. Thirst Rolls is from Harry Potter. Oh, those weird ones that only someone can see. I remember that. Yeah, Lego Ideas is cool. I made that NASCAR. The techniques, that's too complicated for my big fat fingers. So that's not good. But talking about big fat fingers, I need to go eat. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow at 1 p.m.
What exhibit are you referring to?
I'm going to make this 100, Your Honor.
All right.
100. Because it is 100%.
So you literally built a cannon?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
All right, I'm in love.
Go back. Please do that again. Oh, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
While I'm waiting for this, did you, whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't have cared.
You wouldn't have cared?
No.
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
No.
Did you believe he slept with your mother-in-law?
Probably did.